Had a quarter for every time some waste man blew up on the internet for doing the most bizarre or saying the most bizarre-ish ever, I'd be a very rich man. I probably wouldn't even have to have a job. But
unfortunately, they don't give people money for that.
Which is a bit unfair considering the fact that someone who slept with 1,000 people is richer than me. Come cry with me in this video. Let's get to this topic. Let's talk about Bonnie Blue. Obviously, if you don't know who Bonnie Blue is, she's the lady who was slept with 1,000 men along with her partner in crime, Lily Phillips. And basically, these two have basically taken over the internet because of the antics that they've done. They've done the unspeakable, the unheard of, the impossible. Well, very possible because they did it. And yeah, that's what they're famous for. And a lot of people online are complaining, saying that how is Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips, you know, blown up on the internet, or people on OnlyFans, or all kinds of things like that. I feel like every year we have somebody that's blown up on the internet for something very silly. There was the woman who put glue in her hair. There was 6ix9ine. There was Little Patty, and a bunch of other people. Catch Me Outside Girl. And here we have Bonnie Blue right now, here front and center. And then next year it will be someone else. And for me, I will never understand why people are surprised by seeing such silly people blow up on the internet. We do have to understand this about the internet, right? The internet doesn't care about what's right. It doesn't care about what's wrong. It just cares about what's most relevant. At the end of the day, most of these people get their relevancy because they're doing ish that's unheard of. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to reach a goal on this channel, and I'd be really appreciative if you should join the community. I want more people to talk to, and I would want more people to enjoy my videos. So if you like it, like, comment, subscribe. When you look back at the track record of a bunch of people on the internet who have blown up on the internet, they've blown up on the internet for very insane-ish that nobody else would do. Some will call it creative, others will call it stupid. I stand in the crowd of stupid. But what we see is that people who authentically make art or who authentically contribute to the internet, it takes a lot longer for them to blow up on the internet compared to someone who embarrasses themselves on the internet. You know, they don't care about the digital footprint because they intend to milk the ish out of whatever embarrassing thing that they're doing. Now, as you are a person watching this and you see all these things happening online, I think it's time for us to hold ourselves accountable. Because at the end of the day, we contribute to these people's success. We are the ones who are surprised by what they're doing. We are the ones who go to check it out for ourselves. We are the ones who go and watch these videos. We constantly get these names trending on the internet. Heck, I'm doing it right now, making this video. You know, we constantly contribute to either watching, we constantly contribute either talking about it, whatever it is. And as a result, that's how they get their money going, because people are talking about them, whether it's good or bad. And I think that we as a society need to get over the complaining bit. Are these things that Bonnie Blue is doing wrong? Yes, they are diabolical things. I mean, they're moving into kids that have freshly turned 18, and they confidently talk about, you know, preying on children that have just turned 18, because let's just call it what it is. They're children. Legally they're adults, but what do you know at 18?
Hey, grab that dog. Having a great time at university. It will make you proud.
Joseph, where's your coat?
It's downstairs. Downstairs. Bye, Joseph. Are you done? Not today. Someone's going to be going through the prayers and stuff.
The menu, but where do I get the 5 guys from? The 5 guys. I didn't know if it was like a special room or you can take me out back.
I'm a Christian man and I'm with myself.
Any 18-year-old that's shown sex in his face, they're not going to think of the longevity problems of it. And as a result, we see all of this kind of stuff. We see their predatory behavior. We see their disconnect from being a real authentic person, and you even see it in the videos. Like, she recently did a video with Andrew Tate, an interview, and the way that she speaks, it's so obvious. Even when you look at Louis Phillips' videos, it's so obvious that these two are saying the most insane-ish because they are looking for clips.
But I'd happily take an 18-year-old on their birthday, like
Why?
Closer to 18. I just want them, you know, to be young, innocent. I want to strip them from that. I want to
steal
take their
their
innocence.
innocence.
I want to watch
Like
their
Shang
toes curl up as they come for the first time from a girl. Like, I love that. And I also think it's educational. That's why, please, God, give me more and more facials. Maybe I do need to find God Then again, a gangbang in the church sounds better than finding God.
They are looking for something that's going to travel around the internet. And I'll give it to them. They're good at doing what they're doing. When you look at the interview with Bonnie Blue and stuff like that, every time that she speaks, it's clearly that she's trying to get a clippable moment. And it works. It's a good strategy. Everybody keeps talking about the woman. Nobody can get her out of their mouth. You know, she's constantly there. And there's been so many clips from that 1 hour interview that's given her so much profitability, so much free marketing. And that is just an insane thing. And we as the people can't sit here and say, how are these people so popular when we are the ones investing with our shock, investing with our disgust, investing with our horror, investing with all types of negative emotions. Just because you're not contributing to something with positive emotions doesn't mean that it doesn't have the same impact with negative emotions. They are two sides of the same coin. So you may not have a positive thing to say, but your negative interaction with it is always going to benefit these people that blow up on the internet. So let's stop the talk of, hey, how are these people blowing up? It's because of you. It's because of me. It's because of all of us. And I think by the time we realize that we as a society like a freak show, then maybe we can get by looking at these things and just carrying on with our day, which most of us do already. But a lot of people seem to keep preying on it the whole time. We like freak shows. We like craziness. And these people don't mind being the freak shows, because at the end of the day, one freak show can make someone a millionaire for life. Bonnie Blue is going to be making money even when she stops OnlyFans, which I guarantee she will. She'll stop doing OnlyFans and probably convert to Christianity or something like that. Who knows? Who cares? I don't give a rat's ass what this woman does. But it's just, this is how people make their money. So I guess if you're an individual watching this, I would say I encourage you to invest into things in a positive way and take away your negativity and realize how powerful your negative interaction is. But at the end of the day, it's easier said than done, because we're always going to be curious. We're always going to be wondering, what is the hype about this thing? We're always going to want to say something. We're always going to want to have an opinion. We're always going to want to be in horror of what's being shown. So there's no solution to this. There is no fix to this. There never will be a fix to it, because it's been like this since the beginning of time. Humans always will like a freak show. And the sooner you accept that you contribute to this freak show, the better. Now, if you as an individual watching this video, do you want to make sure that you're doing your part for these people not to blow up? Well, I'm sorry to say, regardless of your contribution or not, they are going to blow up. But I guess if you want to sleep better at night, what you can do is not engage at all. You can hear all the talk and everything like that, but how you can engage with your 1%, knowing that you didn't cause this mess, is by simply logging out. Indifference is the most powerful way to disable someone's power. It's not by giving them negativity or saying whatever. It's by showing indifference. And I feel like if a lot of people realize how powerful their negative energy is, and they actually poured more time into showing indifference, well, you wouldn't really pour any time to showing indifference, the world would be a much better place. But people think that because they're not positive, that's going to do something. It's not. It's just going to give them the same result, just not in a positive way. What do you guys think about this topic? What do you think this says about the human race in general? And what do you think it says for everything going forward? I'd really be interested in hearing your thoughts. And with that being said, God bless, take care, and I will hopefully see you next video. Come back next video. I want you back, okay? God bless, take care.